This is a story for those who wish that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wish that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wish that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello, and welcome to Hazeltown Story, episode 39. This is the sixth part of the Tom's Diner mini-arc. Last we left off, we had just done some investigating at the Dancing Queen nightclub, and our group has partially reconvened to take a look at, to see if anyone from their kind of suspect list has shown up at the Open Door Diner. And that is where we're going to be picking up this time. So I just want to say something before we actually get onto the session. I am running into a slight issue with this new schedule of going back between Hazeltown Story and Media Delta. So there is a recording session, which would be normally the, which I think would be the, this would be the fourth Tom's Diner recording session. But this episode that's going out the same week is from the second. So none of the episodes that are about the third Tom's Diner session have come up yet. So one of the things that I was looking forward to from the schedule is the fact that I'd have a backlog. The problem is that I have way too much of a backlog now. So there's going to be a slight difference to how the length of future Hazeltown Story episodes. Namely, the ones that are going to be from the remainder of this arc are going to be, rather than broken up into, like, the sessions normally get broken up into threes, I'm going to break them up into twos. So likely the episodes are going to be slightly longer, probably about maybe 45 minutes longer, which hopefully won't be too much, because I know I don't want to put out too much that people can't handle it, or people don't have the time for it. But at the same time, I do want to get these episodes out so that when we do these live, people who didn't watch the last session live aren't going to be just completely in the dark. So again, going forward, the episodes are going to be slightly longer, but that's just so that we can at least get hopefully caught up a little bit sooner. So I can't really think of anything else. This session coming up, I am hoping is the last session of this arc. So this arc is coming soon, hopefully to a close. And then after that, some new things will be happening that I am very much looking forward to showing off. But that's not going to be for a while. So we just got this stuff, which is still good. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get those character introductions done.
So I'm Axe, and I play Aria Stragelle. Pronouns are they, them. Very tall cat doctor / mortician who also has an otter familiar. Next.
Bob.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Bobinator. I am playing Ferrus D'Ettero. That would be a he, him. He is a TV host for TV adventure survival program Whole Wild World, and he is currently here on location to change up the show a little bit.
All right, I'm Carnival. I'm playing Yuhar Govenin. They, them. They're a retired psychic pirate from the South China Sea.
I'm, of course, Deathmaster 780. I am playing Bobby, whose pronouns are he, him, the opposite of mine. Is a businessman of some sorts. He also has a guitar, and he's not afraid to use it.
I'm TorpidTypist. I'm playing Iravia, she, her. And she is basically a drifter who's good at three things: drinking, eating, and kicking ass.
Yes.
I've been staying here for the time being.
And now with that done, let's get on with the episode. So I take it you just kind of is a center kind of bar area. And do you just all kind of get by bar stools that you all
Well, where are they located? That would probably help.
So Christopher is located on the west side of the thing at a window seat that is looking out over the park.
So he's in a booth.
They're all in a booth.
Okay.
I will say.
All right. Because how are we going to approach this? Are we going to be direct, or are we going to try and case them?
Bobby's going to walk up to Bentley's booth and say, "You look like a man in desperate need of more money."
Basically, Reginald Bentley just kind of look up. He is like, "Excuse me, sir."
Money. You look like you could use some more.
How may we do that?
Business, of course. Business recognizes business. And I know good business when I see one.
So upon seeing that, Reginald stands up and just is like, well, Bentley, sir, I will go ahead and leave you to your venture here. This is a little bit out of my league." And then Reginald goes and walks away walks out of the building, or basically goes to walk away. As Bentley just kind of talks to you, Bobby, this is like, excuse him. He doesn't understand the finer taste of life, I guess.
Well, that's a shame, but that's how it is. Not everyone can handle the power of money.
I see that. So, I take it that you have quite. I take it by your by your dress that you have made it quite well here.
Oh yes, just as I can see, you have as well.
Well, I'm visiting the area, so just kind of seeing what opportunities lie out here.
Opportunities, you say? Well, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. He pulls out his business card.
He's like, well, and he just kind of pulls out his business card holder and just kind of flicks it open. It's like, all right, I guess that is a deal. And then he just kind of slides his business card over.
Yes, Bobby does the same and exchanges it with him.
All right, you take a look at his business card, and on that business card, let's see. On that business card, you see. Oh god damn, my thing. There it is. You see Bentley Fitzgerald, stockbroker for the New Prosperity Stock Exchange. So what does your business card say?
It lists his company name and also like his businesses that he runs.
You've got quite the resume here.
Oh my, yes. And I'm always looking to grow my businesses and add more businesses.
I see that.
Like this mall, for example. One day I will have a business here myself. You can count on that.
I guess having a business in this kind of area would be quite lucrative.
Oh, yes. The biggest tourist spot in the whole city. Short of opening up some sort of tech industry out on the island. Can't get any better than that.
Yes. So you do well in these parts?
Oh, yes. Raking in the money.
So
how about you, sir?
Well, I just kind of from outside, but from back in Prosperity, we're quite lucrative. Got deals all over the place. Helping, funding new ventures out in Life's Canopy and even Heaven's Harp.
Most intriguing. And here in the Steinwald, do you have any prospects?
Not quite. This place is a little bit not as business friendly, so to speak.
Oh. Well, we'll have to do something about that.
Yeah, so you've been here long?
Oh, yes. More than 20 years.
Hmm. Yes. Sorry, I was just trying to think of something. Yeah. So, I guess, that's interesting. He just kind of looks at his watch. I should probably check on my friend. It was nice meeting you. I have things I need to go and do.
Yes. Well, that should allow me, sir. I did interrupt your lunch after all. I will retrieve your friend for you. After all, I am on my way out.
All right. So what were you planning on doing?
Did Reginald actually leave the restaurant?
Yes.
Or has he left the whole building or just the restaurant?
Let's just say he has left the restaurant.
Alright, so yeah, Bobby will shake hands with Bentley and head out in search of Reginald.
You can tell that. I'll leave that for once we kind of go on to the others. Aria.
Yeah.
So how are you planning on doing this?
Not quite sure how to handle this situation. First I want to check them, see exactly what they're doing, what they're engaged in at the moment.
So I would imagine that you could probably take a look. You could probably sit at the kind of the center bar area and just kind of look at to see what they're doing. And you can tell that they're writing they're occasionally looking out of the window, which they are looking out over the plaza stage, that's in front of the mall, and they're just looking out and just writing in notebooks.
Okay. Let's see. I've got all this charm here. I'm going to walk up to them, introduce myself as a newcomer to the area, uh, and I see that they seem to be somebody who has has knowledge of the area. They seem to be somebody who's been to this area a lot, and ask them a little more about the area, what they know.
Um. Okay. So in that case, roll your charm versus uh 2 purple.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks good to me.
Okay. So you rolled 3 successes and a triumph. Also a threat, but that I'll just discard that. So she looks up from what she's working on and is like, "Oh, hello. Uh, hello, Aria.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
I introduced myself as Aria.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh, hello there, Aria. I'm also not quite from this area, but I've been here quite a few times on vacation. Um, yes, my name is Martha. I come over from I live in I myself come from I just come from the U.S. I actually come from Maine. Um, my name's Martha. Martha Boyer, actually, to be specific.
It's nice to meet you,
Mm,
Martha. And I reach my hand out to shake hers.
She shakes yours as well.
I'm actually a doctor. Uh, part time. Part of the time, I'm a doctor. I also work as a mortician. If you would believe that, uh, an interesting profession to say the least, and it takes me to some interesting places.
That is quite interesting, actually. I'm not really interested. I mean, my profession is also brings me all over the place, but it's not quite. You see, I'm a novel writer. I write mystery stories.
Well, that's fascinating. Are you currently in the middle of writing one right now?
Yes, as you could probably tell. I just love this area because it just makes for such a good story.
That's fascinating. Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
Well, I'm in the prototyping stage right now, so unfortunately, I can't really tell you that much because I don't know much about it myself.
It's an interesting process that you have there. So you build your story based on a skeleton and then move out from there.
Well, yes, I guess that is how I'm doing it.
And you're not quite sure exactly which direction you want to go. I can see.
Yeah, I kind of just go for what it kind of, I just let the book almost write itself, and I just kind of, go with the flow.
As she's talking, I want to try to catch a glimpse of her notepad, and I want to see if I can determine whether or not the writing on the notepad matches the writing on the back of the business card.
Okay, so then roll a perception average, which is 2 purple.
All right. Success and 3
Okay.
advantage.
Yes. So you take a look at it, and it does not match.
Okay. All right. So
You also, from this, you kind of take a look at it. You see that it doesn't match, but you do get a very good idea of what her handwriting looks like.
okay. That may come in handy later.
And you
then.
notice some very particular ways that she writes numbers and letters sometimes.
But none of it matches the line items on the back of the business card.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So we can kind of maybe narrow her out in regards to that connection. Let's see what else. How else to kind of, because I don't want to cut the conversation off right away. Oh, I know. What was the last book you wrote about?
The last book I wrote about was it was actually it was a murder story in my hometown, actually. Yeah, it was about just a weird string of murders that have actually happened. It's very odd. It's a very sleepy town, but a lot of people get murdered there.
Lolo,
But
please tell me that this is Crabapple Cove. Just give me this.
it is not Crabapple Cove.
God damn you.
It's also not Cabot Cove because I am on the nose, but not that on the nose.
Gonna give me my MASH reference.
No. Oh, if that's not the reference that I'm going for. It isn't blatantly obvious.
It's not Stephen King, is it?
What was it?
You're not going for Stephen King, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. That's the only 2 main references I can think of. All
Let me
right.
tell you about a thing called Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, I've never watched it, so.
That's literally all Lolo knows.
Regardless. So yeah, it was a story about that. Name of it was Best Served Cold. French story.
Sounds fascinating.
So it sold quite well.
Oh, really? So do you mostly do murder stories, or do you branch out into other genres?
Murder tends to be my most common subject, but occasionally I will go into other things.
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes I'd like to go into espionage stories.
So a big fan of larceny.
I see. So you like spies as well.
Yes.
And have you been to this location much?
Occasionally I've been here. I've been other places around the city as well.
Any particular one that strikes your fancy?
I kind of like, not in particular.
No. Well, I appreciate your time and your candor, and I will keep my eyes out for your next book.
All right, thank you. You seem to be a lovely person.
You as well. Thank you.
Okay.
And then I walk back to the bar.
All right. So Ferrus,
Hello.
what is your method attack for Christopher?
Honestly, I just want to sit nearby him. I mean, not too close, not like right next to him, and just. Is he alone?
Yes, you see him alone.
Okay, just sitting and listening to him is not going to work then. I guess what I could try is just. I guess I'm gonna get a table near him then, actually next to him, and I guess order something quick to eat and strike up conversation while I'm eating.
All right. So you try and strike up a conversation?
I guess what I'm gonna say is, I guess a good icebreaker is, a apologize for being weird, but he doesn't look like he's from around here.
He just kind of looks and he's like, well, that's definitely the case.
I'll ask him where he's from.
From the U.S.
I'll
Came
just
from
kind of,
Georgia.
I'll just kind of feign surprise and ask him what he's doing so far away from there.
Well, I'm looking for a new lease on life.
What was he doing before?
Well, can't really tell you. Sworn to secrecy.
I'll
But
kind of
some
just.
things I'm not really proud of.
I'm gonna kind of say in a very joking sort of way, kind of chuckling, ask him if it's like some kind of government job or something.
He just kind of smiles. Is like, I guess it's that obvious, huh?
I'll just tell him it was just kind of a lucky guess. I was just making a joke more than anything.
Well, yeah, that's what it was. Just out here because I'm not super thrilled where I came from.
I guess I'll ask him how he likes it out here and where he is.
You know, you hear the thing about New York being this great melting pot of the world, but ain't nothing out here.
I'm sorry, you're saying there's nothing out here?
Oh, it's nothing compared to out here. This seems like everyone's kind of come from both planets over here.
I'll kind of just idly mention that I've never been to New York.
It's a very busy place. Very loud. A lot of people really had their head up their asses about the place.
And I guess I'll ask him, he's just trying to get away from his job a little bit.
Trying to get away from a lot of it.
I guess I'll tell him that if he ever wants to talk about with somebody, I'd be around for a little while.
No, thank you. Actually, it's just it's the thing I like about here. There's just random people just kind of follow different stories. I didn't really get an eye for what you did.
How do I'll tell him I work in television.
Oh, interesting. What kind of show you do?
I'll tell him I work on a nature show.
Oh, outdoor stuff. I should probably watch that because trying to think, and I just kind of started planting my feet here just to kind of get used because I used to live in the city. But I think what I might do is head out west and go towards one of the more rural towns here. Just kind of want to strike it as a farmer.
I'll tell him it looks like he'd probably be pretty good at it. I'm going to ask if he comes by this diner very often.
Yeah, it's one of my frequents. It's in a part of the city that you just look down and just see all sorts of people.
I'll ask if he knows the owner very well.
He just kind of smiles. Is like, yeah, I've heard about him. All right, I knew about him from my last job.
I'll just kind of feign surprise and ask him how he knew about a guy who works at a diner at his government job.
Well, sometimes people take jobs after they leave their country of origin to kind of hide some from things.
I'll just say, you think he's hiding something? Just, sound as incredulous as possible.
Well, I don't know if he's hiding anything now, but he definitely left the U.S.
And I'll just ask, is he trying to follow him or something?
Not necessarily. That was a complete accident.
So he just happened to end up here somehow.
Well, he probably left over the border trying to look for some place that would actually accept, well, some of his political views. Not exactly friendly about that in the U.S. and probably Nova Britannia.
Dirty communist.
How dare you, comrade?
I'm going to say that, as far as I knew, this guy just seemed like, he just owned a diner. How do people know about his political views and all that? That seems like a weird thing to know about just some guy.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, well, here's the thing about, I don't know if you know about American history, but do you know something called the Red Scare? Happened about, say 20 years ago? Well, the one that most people know about.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Well, about 20 years ago. Okay, hold on. I gotta feel. Do I want to?
You don't have to actually tell me. I'm
okay. So he basically just gives you a history of McCarthyism and all that. Just a very brief overview. if that of that. It just like, oh, that he was an actor that got publicly blacklisted for sympathies to the Communist Party, and his name was all over the place.
And I'll say, and his job was looking for these people who are communists then.
Well, he was just a member. My old job was looking for people like him, seeing what they're up to if they're trying to strike problems over the border.
I'll say that Tom doesn't seem like the type who'd be causing problems for people.
You know what? I don't think it's so either. Now, whether there's still people who think that, I don't know.
I'm going to ask what kind of things he had to do at his job. What did he do when he was on the job?
Are you talking about Christopher, or are you talking about...
Christopher, like, how did he do his job looking for these people?
Well, I'm not exactly loyal to the company anymore. Oh, wait, hold on. Is the company FBI or is that CIA?
I think that's the CIA.
Pretty sure you said CIA last time, I think.
Well, no, I was just trying to think because I know the company is a term.
The company's CIA.
Okay, so yeah. I'm not really loyal to the company that much anymore, but some secrets are best left kept as secrets.
He'll just nod slowly and ask how long it's been since he's been with that kind of job.
Well, I left, I'll probably say, about 6 years ago.
I'll tell him it sounds like he's pretty sure he's kind of set on this new part of his life and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm set out for it. I have no desire to return back to my home. Or my first home, at least.
I want to roll perception real quick, if that's okay. I want to just kind of see if I can get any kind of vibe from him. That's perception, right?
Let me I guess I think that's perception, yeah. So give me, just do an average perception check.
What's the average again?
2 purple.
Okay. That's 2 advantage.
So you can't really tell exactly whether or not he's lying or not, but you do kind of feel like going over with what he has talked about before that you do feel a sense of genuineness out of it.
Okay then. I'm just gonna tell him it was good talking to him and just kind of go back to whatever I was eating because I feel like I've kind of tapped in for everything I can get from him.
All right, that works. So let's just quick go over to Bobby, who is looking for Reginald, and then then we can go over to go back to the basement. Actually, how about this? We're gonna quick do the basement bit real quick, and then we can go probably back to Reginald, and then I think that might be good for the session.
I love that the one person talking to the Fed is the one who hasn't been chased by the feds.
Yep.
Here are Yuhar and Iravia, the 2 people who have a bone to pick.
Yep.
Up in a basement.
I mean, Yuhar would have just asked if he knew his sister-in-law and he had any embarrassing stories, partially.
Okay. So let's go over to the basement. So I take it you're investigating the club.
Yeah, well, the basement of the club, but
yes. So let's just do this. Hold on. Let me take a look at something real quick.
You got this. I believe in you.
I'm just trying to think. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of what I want to do. Okay, so you go in the basement and you turn on the lights. And it just kind of looks like a pretty much unfinished basement. There is like a table, or like there's not even like a table. There is like a card table that's set to the side. It is mostly just boxes and storage stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So it is a pretty open basement as well. Is there anything in particular you want to take a look at?
Is there anything that really sticks out?
Yeah.
Nothing in particular. It is a lot of unmarked boxes.
Yeah, I'll start ripping through boxes then. Fuck that.
Yeah, same. Just start tearing boxes open.
It's like Christmas all over again.
Okay. So do me a favor and each of you roll perception.
Okay.
What are we up against?
Do average.
Oh, you go first.
Success and advantage.
Same.
Success and advantage. Okay, so you both kind of go through some boxes, and you see you mostly see just like stock stuff. You see some old bottles of like various liquors. You see just a lot of things that you would find that a lot of storage stuff. However, you see in a corner, you see a box and you see you see familiar looking containers.
It's the stuff.
Is it more fucking Tupperware?
You find more Tupperware.
God damn it.
This time it is all just what is hold on, let me get the label. That's proper. Hold on, let me go back to every breath you take. Scroll down to my notes.
What did I name these drugs?
I mean, you say that. It is mostly just stuff labeled Hermes, which is the marijuana, Nepeta, and tobacco blend.
Ugh, this is lame as hell.
Oh.
No, you don't get the peyote or the coke or the LSD.
Well, all the cokes at the theater, apparently.
Thank you. I'm glad that you have that note on hand more readily than I do.
I'm just gonna say I appreciate that you didn't make it like fantasy drugs or anything. These are just straight up hard drugs they're packing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
just code names.
Yep. I forgot about Poseidon.
I had to remind fucking Lolo Peyote though.
Yep.
Or was it ketamine that you forgot?
I think
No,
it was ketamine.
It was
No,
ketamine, yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember. No, it was I couldn't remember how you pronounce that name. Because I think I kept on calling it Karen. But anyway.
Karen.
But yes, you mostly just find you do find some of their special blend, so to
Empty
speak.
it out onto the floor.
All right, you just empty it out and it just kind of plops on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fucking not dealing with this lame shit today. Look, I'm already. I had a nice enough time in the club because no music was playing. And they just give me this weak shit. Anything else around then?
You find the containers of that, and you do. Hold on, I'm trying to think. In there you find a notebook.
Ooh.
And as you open up the notebook, you just find one note on it that basically says, essentially,
Go on. Just says essentially, and it's really weird.
I'm just trying to think how to phrase it. You find a note on there that is basically a note from one Cassiopeia member that to basically whoever holds this notebook again. That basically is like we're leaving this here to the next person that uses this. Be careful at this club. We might need to find a new location. We believe a chapter in Nova Britannia has been or basically was caught by the feds for trafficking drugs, and they know that they got our thing from here. That you might want to move because they might be sending people to look after this area.
God damn it! This is really just a drug bust.
Man, I thought we were gonna get something fun here, not just a drug bus.
God, leave it to the U.S. government to be fucking lame like that.
Well, this one isn't the U.S.
Yeah,
government.
This
This
is
is
Nova Britannia.
this is essentially Canada.
Okay.
So you're dealing
Okay.
with CSIS now.
Okay, so regardless, leave it to fucking Canada to be lame.
I'm so disappointed. I wanted to have a shootout with the CIA like old times.
Wouldn't that just piss off your sister-in-law?
Look, if they don't die, it's fine.
I mean, look, as much as I like beating up the Fed, the fucking U.S. Fed, like, I would rather not leave this place just yet.
Oh, please, look, they if they try to throw a coup again here, that means they'll just bring in the USSR as agents over here as well, and they don't want to do that yet.
Look, I'm just saying, like, this is the first time in a while I haven't had the government breathing down my neck.
That's fair. That's fair.
I still don't even know why the fucking Fed went after me immediately. God, fuck this place.
We better go
This
meet
lame.
up. We better go meet up with everybody else, though.
Told you there was nothing good about disco.
How dare you? And I guess they start walking up and just.
Because I figure, yeah, we've essentially gone through everything in the basement.
Yeah, we leave down here. We'll give a note back to Ember. Just hold up on that. We might need to keep that in for. We're not gonna.
I think we're good. We're good. We don't.
We'll just take the journal.
Yeah, that's ours now.
Yeah, we'll take the journal. We'll head up and try. I guess head to the restaurant.
Yeah, Ember's not gonna be happy when they find out what I did with the drugs, but you know.
Yeah, whatever.
That's for the janitorial staff to take care of.
Don't be mean to them. They go through enough.
Look, I'm not being mean to them because it means they're off the dance floor.
You're right.
Also, the janitorial staff goes down the basement.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like the thing is, like just cleaning up that mess means they're not dealing with the bathrooms.
Great.
That's what matters.
All right. So we're gonna head over to Bobby, who is not chasing, but basically leaves the open door and goes into the kind of the welcome center and just kind of pokes around for a little bit and sees Reginald looking at one of the kind of exhibits there.
Sorry, my thing cut out for a second. What did you say?
So basically, after you leave the restaurant, the open door, you are in the kind of the welcome center, and there are kind of exhibits that are kind of going around that are all around the building. You happen to find Reginald looking at a scale model of the city, and you see him looking at it.
Bobby will walk up next to him and start looking at it with him. Say, "Howdy, sir."
Hello.
I do apologize for interrupting your meeting before, but I know a good deal when I see one. Your friend there presented a very good deal.
Interesting.
So, lovely little thing, isn't this? He waves at the model.
Yes, this is quite the fascinating city. I've only been here a short time.
Oh? How long have you been here?
Not very long. Probably just on here on vacation. I've only been here a week. Then stay here a month.
Oh. And have you known Mr. Bentley about all that long?
Yeah, we met. We have met briefly after I got here.
So a recent acquaintance then.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me then. He's into stocks. What's your business?
Well, my business. And he basically it kind of has a he looks basically takes a thing out of his card, or take a thing out of his jacket that's basically his business card, and he hands it over to you, and on it says Reginald Alexander, basically speaker, that the job description is speaker, and on there is a logo that you recognize that you see that it is for a church, essentially.
Yeah, when Reginald pulls out his business card, Bobby says, "Well, we're being so forward." And he'll pull out his own business card to give to him.
Interesting. He's kind of
Which
looks
church is he part of?
so okay, so it's not problem is it's a thing I don't have probably should have written down, but he is essentially a speaker for a religion that is from the region of Moonbeacon. He is essentially an animist. So yeah.
Speak of the dead quite often, do you?
He just kind of looks and is like, in a roundabout way, I guess.
I see. Looking, forgive my saying. So, what sort of business would a man of your profession have with a man like Bentley?
This region has a particular interesting religious history, and I was interested in learning it.
Is that right? Well, I can say that I can confirm that many cults have taken root here.
So I've heard.
Yes. Like the Cassiopeia cult. Ever heard of them?
Heard of them. They were started in my area.
Is that right?
You see, Moonbeacon is known for a lot of things. It is a very mysterious. It is a country we've tried to mostly keep to ourselves. But one thing that we know quite well is our religious our very varied religious faiths.
I see. Well, hopefully your branch of the Cassiopeans has a lot more sense than the ones here. All the trouble they've been getting into.
Yes, it is quite annoying to have someone from your team get in trouble.
Team?
Or from your group, so to speak.
Well, yes, nothing quite worse than working with some white supremacists.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Bobby waves the business card in his hand and says, "Okay, hang on to this. I think I may be able to help you actually down the line."
So, okay, he just takes it and is like, okay.
Anyway, I told Mr. Bentley I would fetch you to make up for interrupting your dinner, so he points back at the restaurant. Feel free to resume your meeting with him.
Well, that would be nice, except for I was actually planning on meeting someone around here, actually. He just kind of looks around. You see that there's no one else in the room. And he's like, well, looks like my friend has not arrived yet, so I guess I will be waiting in here for a little bit longer.
Oh,
wait.
Well, it appears you and I are in the same boat then. I have some associates I'm waiting for as well. A lot of meetings happening today. We need to reconvene. Compare notes.
Yes. So at this point, you actually hear someone else enter the room, and you see that coming into the room is Henry.
Who's Henry? Just a quick reminder.
Henry Laurel, who is the reader for your group.
Oh.
The one who is...
Is he the eighth?
He is the eighth. And you see him as like, oh, that's interesting. Fancy meeting you here.
Not as fancy as it is meeting you. Bobby extends his hand.
Henry shakes your hand as well. He's like, oh, so what are you doing here?
Oh, I just happened to be getting some lunch. Saw some opportunity for business. And was wrapping it up.
Oh, what, so what were you planning to, so you're just kind of in the area?
Oh my, yes.
So at this point, Reginald just kind of looks at the two of you and says, Yeah, so Reginald just kind of chuckles like, oh, is this one of the people you've told me about, Henry?
I'm sorry?
Which Henry just kind of shrugs it off.
Bobby says, I don't know what that means, but Henry and I have done some business before.
And Reginald just kind of
exchanging hands and all that.
Reginald just kind of looks and is like, yes, I'm quite aware that you and Henry have had some business. You see, me and Henry have also had some business.
Oh, Bobby waggles his eyebrows.
No.
And Reginald just kind of sighs. I was like, well, I guess, Henry, if this is the case, if you're looking into the same thing that we're looking into, maybe we can help each other out.
Bobby raises an eyebrow and looks between the two and says, pray tell, what are you all talking about?
Reginald just says, well, in your parlance, we're talking about business. I think we're kind of working for the same goal.
What might that be?
You're not exactly subtle about if this is the task that Henry is having you go on, or Henry and your group. We're kind of doing the same thing. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you'd like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.